I had an audition for Hamilton. I was about to go from one of the top acting schools in the country to auditioning for one of the biggest shows in the world. I was about to skip over the starving artist life into major success right after college. I was going to tour the world with my solo show, Coin Coin, Queen of Louisiana. I was going to move into my first real apartment in New York City with my best friend, Ashley. I was going to have a graduation filled with family and friends and the best New York has to offer. Then COVID hit. One by one, things started shutting down. First my school, then my senior showcase, the culmination of all of our work as acting majors for the last 4 years. And then my Hamilton audition. They asked me if I wanted to do it virtually instead or just wait a week till things died down, and I said, let's wait. Everyone thought COVID would only last a week. I don't know where that came from, but we bought it. Then the dorm shut down. I was kicked out of my home at Fordham with less than 2 weeks' notice. And where else would I go but home, back to Houston, back to my family, the only other place I'd ever had security. The weeks turned into months, the days turned into hours, the months turned into a year and a half and counting. And I am still waiting. I am still waiting on this trauma to heal. I am still waiting on COVID to truly, truly end. I am still waiting on a response to my sad, sad virtual audition I sent them a full month later when I realized there was no going back to normal that calendar year. Or maybe ever. Suddenly I was a kid again, depending on my parents for everything. Suddenly my only job prospect was working for Shipt and driving to all these grocery stores in the Houston heat, potentially exposing myself to COVID for less than minimum wage and delivering groceries to people out in Crosby just to fill my days with something. Just to tell my parents, yes, I have a job. Yes, I'm working to get out of here eventually. Just shame. So much shame every day. Why couldn't I provide for myself? Why couldn't I get myself out of this hole I was in? For my entire life since I was 3, I'd been in school. Pre-K, elementary, middle school, high school, and then college. And I loved school, but by junior year of college, I was already itching to get out there and live. To be able to actually focus on being a professional actor, musician, and writer. Before then, everyone just kept telling me, not yet, not yet, not yet. My parents when I wanted to get an agent in high school, not yet, focus on school. My college when any of us wanted to do any outside professional work, not yet, focus on your training. And I thought finally when I graduated there would be a big yes now, but instead I got the ultimate not yet. The collapse of basically the entire entertainment industry. Eventually, in July or so, I reached rock bottom and I realized, hey, this is my time to do what I've always wanted to do. Record my first album. So I buckled down and got to work on it for several months. I had hardly any money, but I went ahead and ordered the equipment on a leap of faith anyway. I started having board meetings every day where I would talk as different versions of myself working on the project to understand what I needed to do and how I was feeling each day. And through that process, I was more productive than I've ever been. It was like something clicked in my brain. I have to do this now. If I can just come out of 2020 with this one thing done, I will be okay. And I did. From this day on, I will be by myself, for myself, and of myself. Today I take a vow to define myself, support myself, and love myself. From now on, I will be by myself, for myself, and of myself.